Hey guys, it's Michael Cheek, and this is the first video for the solo, the first solo in Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits. Now that's not the entire first solo, but that's probably going to be about as much as I can teach you in this video because I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll just get as much of that done as possible. So we're going to start off here in the 12th fret of the G string. So that's, again, that's the third string from the bottom, and you're going to put your third finger in that 12th fret. And I put my other two fingers behind it to help me push up on the string. And the first one's just a kind of a bend that you hold at the top in vibrato. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, so it's a whole step bend, so it should sound like the 14th fret. And then you vibrato it at the top, and then kind of stop the note up there before you let it back down. And then you're going to bend it 3 more times, and the third and last time you bend it, you're going to bring it back down, so you'll actually hear that note come back down. So it's going to kind of sound like this. Okay, again, that's... Alright, now after you've played it, the 12th fret those 4 times, then you're going to keep your first finger on the 10th fret of the G string. You're going to play that note, then with your third finger you're going to hammer on the 12th fret of the G string, and then pull off back to the 10th fret of the G string. Okay? So again, that's just where you're going to pluck this note, and you're going to hammer and pull off. Okay? So, alright. Then what you're going to do after you do that, hammer and pull off, then you're going to take your first finger, go back to the 9th fret of the G string, and you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to go 9th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret. This is all on the G string. So, okay? So what it's going to sound like so far is this. Okay? That last 9th fret there, you just kind of hold that note a little longer, and it's not a bad idea to put a vibrato on it. Okay? Now, after that, you do kind of rake across the strings muted a little bit. I'm not real worried about that. I'm going to concentrate more on the actual notes that are played here, but there's a little bit of a mute there. And then you start with the 12th fret on the A string. Now, the way I like to finger this next set of notes is I like to use my third finger for that note, so 12th fret on the A string. And if you want to, it's not a bad idea to palm mute a little bit. I'm not going to go into exactly what palm muting is, but you can watch some of my other videos to figure out how to palm mute. And that's going to be 12th fret on the A string. And then it's going to be 11th fret on the D string. You can kind of take the palm mute off here. And when you play 9th fret on the G string, then 10th fret on the B string, then 9th fret on the E string. Okay? Now you just play all those notes just one right after another. The next note we're going to bend, so I'm stopping short of it right this second. So again, 12th fret on the A string, a little bit palm muted, then an 11th fret on the D string, a little bit palm muted there too, then 9th fret on the G string, not palm muted, then 10th fret on the B string, then 9th fret on the E string. Okay, so alright, now once you played that series of notes, you're going to put your third finger on the 12th fret of the E string. You're going to bend that note up and down. Okay? If you look closely, I'm just playing this note. My other fingers across the other strings just to keep those muted. Okay? And then what I like to do, after I play that 12th fret on the E string and bend it up and down, then I'll let my first finger just flatten across the skinniest 3 strings on the guitar, the E, the B, and the G. And I just go, it's on the 10th fret, I hold them all down, and I play E string, then the B string, then the G string. And then my last note in that series is the 12th fret on the D string with my third finger. Okay, so okay, so going this far into the solo, it's going to sound like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have bent that note. So, and then I lay across. Okay. Now, still got a little time, so we can go ahead and go a little further. At this point, we're going to play on the B string, and I'm going to play the 10th fret and then the 13th fret, both on the B string. So 10th and then 13th. So the 13th is a little longer note, so I'll put a vibrato on it, so it's going to sound like this. Then I put my first finger on the 11th fret of the B string, and I'm going to play that note, and I'm going to do a hammer pull-off using the 13th fret. So I'm going to pluck that note, and then hammer, and then pull off. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so, let's see where I was at. And then I played the 10th fret on the B string. Now what happens next is a little bit up to you. There's a little bit of a chuck in there, like basically a muted string, and I just play the B string kind of muted, like that, and then I play 11th fret. Okay, so it's one of those small things that if it gives you trouble, you don't have to add it in there. You can just play the 11th fret. And then I play 9th fret and I slide it to 10th fret, and that's on the B string as well. Okay? So that last section that was entirely on the B string sounds like this. Okay? Now, last riff I'm probably going to be able to fit it into this lesson is this one. Okay? So I'm going to have to go fast here. You're going to put your third finger on the 12th fret of the G string, and you're going to pluck that note and bend it up. Now once you get it up to that note, and I'll be going faster so the note will keep lasting. Once I get that note bent up to the top, then I'm going to use my pinky to play the 13th fret of the B string. Okay, so, and then I let the G string back down, and I do it again. Play the 12th fret on the G string, bend it up. Then I'll let my pinky flatten across the 13th fret on the E string and the B string. Okay, I'll play the E string first and then the B string. Then I play this 12th fret on the G string and bring it back down. And then 10th fret for my long note. Okay, so just watch closely. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll finish the rest of that solo at my website at www.mikesguitarlessons.com.